Today's video, I want to talk about farming spots for your Abyssal barn. Those are your great tokens here that you can see. First things first, I want to comment that you want to always be using your weekly scrolls here for those token bursts. So always get those so you can active them when burning. And always usually try to avoid boss contracts. Those are contracts that have specific 0/1 enemy that you gotta kill. It's usually always a boss. So you avoid those and only pick mobs and objectives, preferably only mobs. When you're gonna go farm as well, don't forget that you should always pop your buffs. So if you have, for example, this food buff from E.Tevent or the normal one, which is the golden apple pie that gives more mastery, you always want to use them. On top, you can combine them with your abundance fruit and your mastery report to stack them. Those you can get from your battle pass right here. Very easy. All right. So if you also have a black anvil weapon, which is a weapon that you get when you get 100 obsidian fragments from doing multiple things in the game, you also want to remember to equip it so you can get the bonus when farming. So don't forget your black anvil weapon. Try to find mine right now. Sorry, it's a bit of a mess. Oh, there it is. So don't forget your black anvil weapon because it will help with the mastery and the soul. But alright, let's start. So currently on tier 3 Laundry, we have 4 different spots that people can farm, which are the same for the contracts. Temple of Truth, Bercant Estate, and Crystal Mansion 1, 2, and 3. So people don't farm Temple of Truth and Crystal Mansion 1 and 2 because they are not usually very effective on the token burning. On Bercant Estate, on average, you can get from 20 to 40k burns very consistently in 30 minutes. And on Crimson 3, you can get around 50k, even to 60k with proper burn parties. So most people that are experienced prefer Crimson B3, but most beginners will go towards Bercant because it's much easier and much less punishing in case you fail. So in case you want to do Temple of Truth and Crimson Mansion 1 and 2 for our contracts, a lot of people just do contract runs. You can share in chat and probably gonna get a group just to do contracts. They have some spots that you can burn upwards of 30 per 30 minutes, 30k per 30 minutes, but they are not really effective. So on this video, I'm just gonna be showing you easy spots for both Bercant and Crimson, which some you can even solo. Medium spots, which are alternatives that you can do when you have a weaker party or when the other spots are occupied and you just want to farm. And the harder / more common / more effective spots. So let's start on Bercant. I'm gonna be moving there and showing you later. So on Bercant, the easy spots are always the ones in front of the frames here, because you can literally just stay here safe in front of the frame, kill the mobs around, and keep using the frame to spawn more mobs. So it's very like relaxed. It's literally doesn't have that many mobs, so it's very easy for you to farm as a new player. Usually you can do this by yourself even if you have a proper class. This specifically spot here I use every time I have a party that fails. So if I'm doing a token burn and I get left behind, or a party breaks in the middle, or anything happens, so I don't lose the extra time on food and buffs that I've already popped, I always try to burn the rest of the extra time, at least on this specific Bercant spot, or any of the other that have the Bercant frames, because I can do them by myself if I cannot find another party to supply the time. So I'm gonna be showing you other places that have frame. You can see this guy's farming by himself. So I'm gonna be showing the other places. This is the second place here. You just kill the mobs here and you keep doing the Bercant frame there. This is another place that you can just farm here on the Bercant frame, and then during the downtime you can farm the rest of the room here in the middle. Very easy. And finally, this is the last frame that you can stay and farm. There's a few more frames, but these are the ones that I would look out and recommend for players to stay around and farm. But yeah, now I'm gonna show you one of the spots that you can use to farm and the rotations. The first spot I want to show you guys is right next to the stairs here from the right, from the entrance. You're just gonna be luring the mobs around here. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna hide behind this column here, right here. And then the mobs are gonna come around the column here and you can just clear them out. And that's your first spot, so you just go there behind the column. After you clear the mobs, you're gonna be wanting to lure this lower part here. Just be careful, there's a boss in the middle, but you can just lure the mobs around without luring the boss. And what I like to go is go behind this shelf here, wait for the mobs to come around so you can have them stacked. And then from this spot, just clear the mobs out here. And then after this, you're gonna go to the third spot here, which is on these two last shelf parts on the map. You're just gonna go here, around, all the way to the end. There's one mob here in the corner as well, it's just not rendering for me. You're gonna grab the aggro from all those mobs, and you're gonna literally just go behind here on the third pillar. And this is your 3 rotation point here. You're just gonna wait for the mobs to stack, and when they're stacked, you just clear them out, very easy. And that's how you finish the third time rotation here. And then you just restart here. By that point, the mobs should be respawning, unless your party is doing too much damage. This is usually what I call an average spot. I always come here in case other spots are full, or in case my party is not that strong, because this spot doesn't have that many mobs and it's pretty easy to follow. Now I'm gonna show you 2 of the best spots in my opinion. Okay, so the first spot here is gonna be just grabbing all the mobs around here. And what you're gonna want to do usually is from with the party, just grab the mobs aggro and come here. This is gonna force all them to move, and then you can go behind here or just stay on one. It should work just fine. And then you're just gonna clear the cloud mobs here. It's a bit hard because I'm by myself, but that's basically it. You clear the first wave there, and then the second wave, you're gonna lure the mobs around here. You're gonna come around this corner, lure those mobs here, lure some of the mobs in the hall. And from these mobs, you're gonna hide yourself here behind this column. And the mobs are gonna stack here. And when they stack, you just clear them. That's your second spot. And the third spot is here. You're gonna be clearing the mobs here. You're gonna come to the library here, hall, but you're not gonna go past this. You're just gonna come here to grab those mobs lure. Aggro these ones behind. You're gonna have the other mob aggro on your party, and you're gonna want to come behind this stair here, and that's where you're gonna stack the mobs, and you can just kill them here. Very easy, very simple. And the cool part about this spot in particular is if any of those spots already have people, you can use this on the library to adapt to your farm. So if one of those 3 spots, usually the first one is already full, has a party there, you can just skip the first spot and introduce this 4th spot here. So you can like adapt your triple spot rotation to this to add this one into the rotation. So this is why I like this one a lot. I farmed this place quite a bit. But yeah, that's about it. Usually want to keep on those 3 spots, but you can add the library for the first spot. Now, there's another spot that is very popular called Mirror Room / Secret Room. It's a bit weird to get into. You gotta go into this hallway here, which is in the middle of the library and the bedroom here. And then you're gonna go down all the stairs here. And then you're not gonna want to go into that circle there. You wanna go in the door here to the right. And that's how you get to the secret room, or what some people call the mirror room. The mirror room is very easy. It's also a really good spot because usually most of the new players don't know about it, so you don't get interrupted by new players. It's a bit rude, but that's true. So you just go here, you farm this room here, very easy. Then you're gonna climb here, move down here. Then one member of your party gonna go to the left and grab the mobs here. One member is gonna go to the right and grab the mobs there. And then you guys wanna meet here around in the middle. Be careful, because if you move a little bit too much from this part, you're gonna lose the aggro mobs. So what parties try to do is just leave like half here and clear both sides of the map. Uh-oh, I might die here. Oh, it's okay. But if you're struggling to do both sides, what you can do is just do the left side there and grab the straggler mobs later, and you can pull behind this door here, and you're gonna be luring out the mobs from the other side that you missed. After you clear those, so those are your two clears, the main room and that second room, you're gonna want to come to this third room here, and you're gonna want to lure the mobs here. And you're gonna just want to clear them in the middle here. Very easy, very simple. Usually you're gonna have a proper party to help you on this, but yeah, so you clear those mobs, and after you clear these mobs, you just repeat the rotation of like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You keep doing that, and that's your mirror room clear. That's your secret room clear. Very easy. Those are the clears that I recommend. The first one that I show and the mirror / secret room. I'm gonna be showing you now the crimson clears. All right, let's go. So the crimson clear, like I said, is only the third floor. But as a new player, getting to the third floor can be a bit annoying / hard, even more if you don't have evasion, don't have invis, healer, you're not a tank. The way you can get there easily is just go on your morph tab here, go on special, and you want to grab either skeleton soldier, plague zombie, or gallows knight, or any of the undead transforms here, because when you shapeshift into them, so for example here I have the plague zombie and I go to the undead, here you can see they are not aggressive because I'm shapeshifting to an undead. So that's a very useful information that new players usually don't know. You can use that to just go all the way walking to the third floor, and then when you get to the third floor, you just grab the portal, and now you don't have to worry about like the path anymore, right? So I'm gonna be using the morph to show you the farming spots, because my character with this current gear will struggle here. The most important thing you want to know, learn about this, is that the enemy that you're going to be most careful with, even more as a new player, is the Wraith Brute, which is the dogs. The way the third floor of Bercant works is, I don't know what this is, it's 4 storage. You can see there's 4 storage, and each storage has 4 sections, so 1, 2, 3, 4, right? What people usually do is just grab one of the storages and clear one section, then the other section, then the other section, then the other section, and keep doing that in a circle, like 4 spots. So that means there's usually 4 free spots left. But there's a lot of players that just clear one spot by itself, or like just do 2 spots or are too slow. So a lot of times you can overconflict. Be aware that sometimes, for example, if there is a guy here on storage 1, I have seen people using clears on storage here and mix of storage 3 doing those 4 spots. Here in front, there is some spots that you can do if you're in a small party, but I don't recommend. I'm just gonna get added to this guy into the party so he doesn't fight with me at night. So there's these spots here, right, that you can do for if you're new, but I don't recommend them. If you're a new player and you want you're trying a solo / easy spot, I'm just gonna go here morph to show you. What some people do is just grab 1 square, like I said here, right, and you're gonna grab the mobs around here, and you're gonna hide here and clear half of the square here. And then you're gonna go to the other side, grab the mobs there, and hide around the corner here as well, and clear the other half. So that's your easy spot on Crimson. You're gonna look for one of the mob spawns that don't have dogs. So this doesn't have the wraith, the dogs, literally. And you're gonna clear half of them slowly. So clear half of it, then the other half of there slowly. That's your solo spot, okay? If you're doing this with an LB slash new slash beginner party, you're gonna want to pick both spots that don't have dogs. So for example, this spot doesn't have dog, as you saw. What people do to lure specifically on this spot, you're gonna go behind here, and you're gonna lure all the mobs inside the room here, including this, including the ones on the corner there. Someone's gonna go from behind this and lure the mobs from the other side. And what people usually do is hide here in the corner, and this is gonna force all the enemies to go here and then just clear the clump. Okay. After you clear that, you're gonna want to walk. Be careful because there's always gonna be a boss here in the middle. It's not rendering, but yeah, this boss, which can be very annoying. It's very easy to lose the aggro of the boss, but try to be careful. So this spot here has dogs, so you don't do this. This spot here doesn't have dogs, as you can see. It's only of the murderous thing, doesn't have dogs. So what you're going to be doing is that spot and this spot on the average difficulty. If you have a average slash beginner party, you're going to notice that it's much easier if you avoid the dogs. So the same concept here, you're going to lure everything. And on this one, usually people hide inside those bridges here, those like gaps here, and just lure all the mobs there and clear them. There's a few different gaps that you can use. Just be sure to pin to your party which gap you're gonna be using. On this specific one, I don't love this spot, but you just choose one of the gaps and go on them. I usually just use this one that I put the pin on, the 6, and that's about it. For the medium slash easy spot that you can do is literally just doing the storage on 2 spots and avoiding the dog spawns. So yeah, you can see this one has dogs, so this one would be harder. So you just do those 2 spots. And usually every single storage 1, 2, 3, 4, have those 4 spots, and 2 of them don't have dogs. So you just do the 2 ones that don't have dogs. But if you have a proper party, a proper setup party, you do the same rotation there that I said and hide there on 5, so get all of them together. On this rotation, you're gonna want to lure all the mobs. And there's people that like to lure them and hide them behind here, and they group up the mobs around there. And there's people that like to go here and group them around here. Both of them works. You just gotta check like what your party is doing. Ideally, you want to put always pings on the floor because it makes much easier for your party to organize. This place, like I said, is where you can lure them already. Now on this one, this is a room that can be very aggressive, so be careful, but you just lure the whole room. And what usually people hide, from what I have seen, is behind the spots here. I have seen a lot of people hide behind here, or what I personally prefer is just hide behind this corner here, because it forces the mobs to go from this way and from behind this way towards you. So I like to hide on this. So this is your 4 rotation pin on this. The other rooms on the other stars are also very similar, so you don't have to worry too much about them. After you learn the basic spots of Crimson, it becomes very simple. It's just like I said, it requires a stronger party, a more like gear slash efficient party. Here you can see the spots very similar, so what people do here is just hide here in the corner as well. Well, you get the idea. You always want to be hiding in the corners. Specifically on Crimson, you want to avoid dogs if your party is not strong enough or structured enough. That's mostly about it. I think I already explained enough for you to start doing your own rotations and farming by yourself. Thank you for watching, and see ya!